All right, we're live. Right, so welcome to the online session for the grand finale of the Design Hackathon. So Varsha is going to take over from here, right? The Dean's team will take over from here.
Right. I'll take the cue. Good afternoon, esteemed organizers from DQ Labs of this much awaited event, teachers and mentors who have enabled this platform for every student and volunteer alike, enthusiastic viewers, and of course, the building designers from all around the country. The best way to predict the future is to create it. As the Vice President of the Student Council of Deens Academy ECC, I, Kushal Mittal, have the honor to extend a warm and hearty welcome to everyone here joining us for the closing ceremony of the Design Hackathon 2020, organized as part of Vox Fiesta by Deens Academy. Design has been an inseparable part of humankind ever since time immemorial. From the very fiber which makes up a human being to the most advanced technology being developed on an everyday basis, design and its principles are the framework which make up and everything known and discovered by mankind. DQ Labs, India's apex training, counseling, and design skills development organization, has partnered up with Dean's Academy to bring you yet another exciting episode of Design Hackathon, one of the most anticipated events of Oaks Fiesta. Just to give you an idea of the scale at which we had this event, this second edition witnessed 302 participants from 74 schools across India, 86 teams, 86 design mentors, 32 design faculty, 40 design volunteers, a 27-hour consistently long hackathon, 1.5 social media impressions, and 32,000 likes, comments, and shares and saves on the official Instagram account we have for Design Hackathon, and 6 categories in which we had these participants contest. The main task that the participants of a design hackathon have done is to solve problems following the design thinking process under the guidance of professional designers who have taken and engaged in the field of design thinking and innovation. The theme for Design Hackathon 2020 was preparing for the next worldwide disaster. Before I proceed any further, I'd now like to cordially invite Ms. Shanthi Menon, the principal of Dean's Academy, to address the gathering. Ma'am.
Ma'am, you're on mute. You'll...
Good afternoon. Sorry for that. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the conclusion ceremony of Design Hackathon, jointly hosted by DQ Labs and the Deens Academy, Bangalore. We've had participants pan-India who were part of this event, and we thank all of you for registering with us. We had mentors, experts from the field of design, from premium institutes of the country working with the participants, giving them guidance and a good flavor of design thinking. Thank you to all you mentors for pitching in. I'm certain that this has been a very enriching experience for both the participants as well as the mentors. We're excited that Design Hackathon has made its inroads to an international platform too, with jury for the final round being from Italy and Portugal. Our gratitude to the jury. The exchange of ideas and learning is certain to be robust, and we thank DQ Labs for organizing all of this for us. I hand over to Mr. Umesh to take you through an overview of the whole event as it has been for the many, many hours that they have been design thinking. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Shanthi ma'am, for this opportunity. Right. So before we go into the announcements of the finalists and the jury, I would like to give you an overview of what has happened, the background, right? So as participants were participating in the Design Hackathon, all the teams were participating in the Design Hackathon. So we had 302 participants, 86 teams from 76 schools, right? Um, so our objective was to give each team and each team member an opportunity to learn the design process. Now, why this was required is because whenever we ask somebody to design something, they directly jump into the solution, right? But there is a specific method. If followed, the outcomes will be outstanding. So to achieve that, what we have done is to divide these into teams. Each team had a minimum of either 2 or a maximum of 5 students participating. And we had different team sizes of 3, 4, and 5. Now, considering the social distancing aspect, all these students were sitting at their home, accessing the entire event online through various channels. And to ensure that each team gets due attention and rich experience, we have allocated a design mentor per each team so that the design mentor can closely work with the team, giving guidance and giving exposure to the design process for the problem that they are solving. And Design Hackathon 2020 problem statement was to prepare for the next worldwide disaster. So as these mentors were working along with the team to ensure that each team is going in the right direction, we also had a design faculty. So we assigned one design faculty for 5 teams. So the responsibility of the design faculty was to interact with each of these teams and ensure that they are following the right process and they are making the right decisions. So they had 3 critical reviews in the 2 days of the design hackathon, right? And to ensure that this cluster is working properly, we had a design volunteer from Deens Academy. Now, this design volunteer were keeping all, all this cluster together, ensuring the communication is going smoothly, ensuring that each team is getting what they wanted, right? So imagine this is one of the clusters. We had 16 such clusters, 16 to 18 such clusters happening parallelly. Each of these team members sitting remotely all across India, and the design faculty also attending from Bombay, Jaipur, Delhi, Bangalore, right, all across India, right? And there was constant communication happening from the core team to each of these clusters, where the design volunteers were further giving out this information to their respective teams. So it had been a fantastic learning experience across all fronts for everybody who is involved. And the design mentors were essentially the 4th year or a final year design student who has actually done a lot of projects, and they have understood the design process, and they were working with the teams, so far in their journey they had opportunity to take inputs from the design faculty, and they had never got an opportunity to give feedback for the design aspirants. So that way their learning has improved tremendously, right? Now, so we had 3 critical meetings at 3 different stages for every design team done by a design faculty. And the outcomes were each design team has generated a 1-minute video and 5 images. So that has amounted for 430 media assets, which we have hosted or posted on Instagram for social rating. Now, judging is a very, very crucial and a very sensitive aspect, especially for a subject like design, because design is very, very subjective. But somehow we have to draw a line somewhere to differentiate, right? So we have to take multiple steps to bring in a fair judgment for all the teams. So as I told you, the design mentor was closely working with the team, and for 27 hours, they really know the enthusiasm, the effort that the students are putting in their team. So we had given them, each mentor, a form against which they have rated the students' performance against 6 parameters: enthusiasm, inventiveness in the thought process, whether the team has followed design process or not, the effort, have they given their best effort or not, Have they matured in the thought process during the event? And as a mentor, were they happy and satisfied with the team's work and outcome? So this was one level of evaluation that we have done at individual team level. And the second evaluation was done by the faculty who had been reviewing those 5 teams. So even the design faculty had different parameters, which were a bit more matured in terms of they have to rate against the differentiation, innovation, sustainability, creativity, user friendliness, and aesthetics of the solution, what the team is being producing, right? So this is the second level of parameters that we have collected. And by combining these two constituted 80% of the marks or the assessment done by the judging. And for the remaining 20%, we have taken out from the social media rating, right? So we have garnered a calculator every interaction that has happened on the post, all right? So that amounted for 20%. Now, the outcome of all that exercise is we have to shortlist finalists, right? So initially we thought we'll be having 3 finalists per category, but because of tying up of certain points and certain marks, we had to allow little larger number to enter into the finalists than just 3. So product group A have 5 finalists. The graphic group A has 5 finalists. Product group B as well 5, and graphic group B as well 5. Fashion group A has 3. Fashion group B has 3 finalists. Architecture group B has 3, and transportation group B has A has 4. Now at this point, what we have done is we have collated all the works of these finalists. We have put up onto a website on DQ Labs as well. You can access that website. We can see the teams, the school names, the mentors, the volunteers, and the faculty who have mentored and coordinated with these teams. We have also given a link to the works of the respective teams so that everybody can have a look at that work. And we have shared this information with our international jury to Mr. Luca and Miss Mafalda. And they have painstakingly given the ratings across the faculty ratings metrics. Not only that, but they have evaluated subjectively each of these student works, because at this point, the marks alone cannot be differentiated. The designers will have to look into the quality of the output and the impact that idea can bring into the society, right? So they have painstakingly taken that effort, and then they have announced, or they have arrived at the winners, all right? So what's going to happen now in the next few hours is that we will be showcasing the individual team work across a category, and then Mr. Luca and Miss Mafalda is going to give general comments on the team's work, and then they're going to announce who is the winning team, and they're going to give specific comments on why that is a winning team. Now, I think these inputs are very, very important from a learning perspective, right? In fact, the whole objective of this design hackathon is to give learning experience and to help students learn something interesting in the field of design. Now, unless this feedback is listened to, okay, you would not really understand why the finalists were chosen and why the winners why they have been chosen, what was the reason behind it, right? So now I would request Dion to take over and kindly introduce the international jury. And as also, please tell about the prizes and scholarships the finalists, the winners, and all the participants are going to get. Thank you so much.
Sure. Just give me 1 second. Let me share this. Okay. Right. I hope my screen can be seen. All right. So we have a set of two international jury here, and both of them are on this panel and live with us right now. So I would like to introduce to you both Mafalda Fernandes. She's joining us from Portugal, and Luca Ferrante is joining us from Italy. So Mafalda, interestingly, is right now on a boat in the Atlantic on some islands and or near some islands, and she's joining us from there. So very happy to have her here. She holds an architecture and interior designer degrees, and she also has a postmaster's degree in environment and architecture development. She's lived and worked in India, taught as a faculty at Vadodara Institute of Technology of Design in Gujarat, and the Institute of Technology and Management in Gujarat. Her interest is in bamboo architecture, and that has taken her across the globe with workshops and projects across India, Indonesia, Mexico, Middle East, Europe, and a lot more cities. Her expertise in the context of this design hackathon is immense, and we're very happy to have her here. Right now, moving on to Luca. Luca Ferrante is an Italian architect with over 20 years of experience. Luca's got his master's degree in architecture from Genoa, Italy. His professional experience started during his academic years, working in the fields of furniture design and city planning. He's worked with a passion for technical drawings and 3D graphics. He's been involved with a wide range of projects, including houses, health residences, commercial spaces, tourist facilities, master plans, and industrial plans. His interests stretch from instructional design to industry. He's worked as a professor, as an assistant professor at Politecnico Milano in architectural design in developing countries, um, to working with mechanical workshops for the production of mechanical components using CNC machines and 3D printing. He's currently a senior designer for a global engineering, management, and development company called Mott McDonald. And they work in the area of energy production, civil works, and early childhood development. So he too has immense experience in the context of the design hackathon, right? Um, so, coming down to the prizes that we have. So every participant, all the 300 participants are going to get a 20% discount voucher from Staedtler for a predefined set of 39 sets of stationery items. All right. Um, the minimum purchase value is 1,000 rupees, and the details of these will be shared with all the participants in the next 48 to 72 hours. All participants, except for finalists and winners, will get a 20% scholarship from DQ Labs for the design exploration or the deep program. They can choose from that or the digital design program. All right, the program fee is 23,600 inclusive of GST. All participants except the finalists and winners will also get a digital participation certificate from DQ Labs. Now, for the finalists, all right, so all the finalists are listed on our website and have also been announced. All of them do get a 20% discount voucher from Staedtler, as mentioned. All the finalists, except for the winners, will get a 35% scholarship from DQ Labs for the design exploration program or the digital design program. The program fee of 23,600 inclusive of GST. All finalists, except the winners, will also get a digital finalist certificate from DQ Labs. For the 7 team members, now there are 8 winning teams, all right, from each category. So all of them will be considered as winning teams. However, 7 of them will, and all these 8 teams are going to compete for one overall winning team, right? So for those 7, they're going to get a 30% discount voucher on a one by Wacom or Wacom Intuos And all the participants may choose from whichever Wacom product mentioned above, to ranging from 4,699 to 16,000, and they will get a 30% discount voucher on the same. The details will be sent to all the winners in the next 48 to 72 hours. They will also get a Staedtler gift set. They will also get a 20% discount voucher from Staedtler, as mentioned previously. These winners will get a 60% scholarship from DQ Labs for the Design Exploration Program or the Digital Design Program. And all participants are going to get the Digital Winners Certificate from DQ Labs. All right. Now, coming down to the final overall winning team. All these winning teams are pegged against each other, and the international jury has assessed all of them in detail. And one of these teams will be considered as overall winners. The winning team, all the participants would get a free 1 by Wacom pen tablet for each of them. Right? Details will be sent to the winners, with the overall winners, in the next 48 to 72 hours. They'll also get the 30% discount voucher from Wacom. They will also get the 20% discount voucher from Staedtler, and all of them will get 100% scholarship from DQ Labs for the Design Exploration Program or the Digital Design Program, right? And of course, they will get the Best Winner certificate as well. Now, for the grand prize, okay? What we have done is we've compiled all the teams, we've compiled the scores of each individual team, and we've seen the school with the highest score, right? Comprising of all the teams. And that school is going to get a rolling trophy, and that would be with them till the next design hackathon. But that school will also get a cash prize of 25,000 rupees. All right. So this is all about the prizes, and over to the next session. Over to Varsha.
A very good evening to everyone watching this today. I'm Varsha Gangadharan, the Discipline Minister of Deens Academy and a member of the Student Council. It is an honor to introduce the finalists and winners of the vibrant categories of Design Hackathon 2020 to all the eager participants. Let's start off with the Transportation Design category, Group A, Class 8 to 10. So the finalists are Teams TA2 from Vellamal Bodhi Campus, Chennai. Team TA4 from Delhi Public School East, Bangalore. Team TA3 from Gopalan National School, Bangalore. And Team TA6 from NL Delima High School, Mumbai. I would like to ask the jurors to announce the winner for this category.
Yeah. Rohit, can we show the finalist videos, please? Can you share your screen?
Rohit, you may need to unmute your mic.
All right, let me share my screen. All right.
Hello everyone, hope everyone is doing fine. Today I'll be showing you all a project, tiny little car that can save your life. First, let's look at the problems from the top. Preparing for the next worldwide disaster. So I've taken two problems. One is the natural disasters, the other is the virus. So I have designed this car, keeping in mind of the transportation design category. Fact 1. Ferraris do Aeromobile 3.0 is a real flying car. And flying cars are not concept anymore. Solution for natural disasters is how the car works here. If there is any natural disaster, the rotary fans would come out and fly to a safe location. In case of tsunami or a flood, the car has pressure sensors, which detects the
All right, so that was one of the teams. Let us check out the second team, TFO.
This is a problem statement. The stakeholders are the people of Bali, Indonesia. The problem is frequent occurrence of tsunamis and volcanic eruptions. Reason is to help the people escape during a disaster. We have discovered the occurrence of volcanic eruptions and tsunamis in Bali. Seawater can be used as a fuel, carbon fiber has high tensile strength, and self-driving cars are AI enabled. We talked about designing a seaplane and using aerogel for insulation. We also talked about designing a hovercraft and using carbon fiber as insulation. For fuel, we talked about using hydrogen gas obtained during electrolysis. We also have put various medical arrangements in our hovercraft. The material used to make the hovercraft is carbon fiber.
Okay, so the next team is TA3, Goa National School.
In this image, we can see that it's a flooded area and many people are trapped and they need desperate help. But some forces are trying to help, but they are not efficient enough.
Modern helicopters, while successful in their own right, are still limited in many areas, which prevents them from helping out as many people as possible, as you can see in these images.
AFF 2308 SAR is an advanced search and rescue helicopter capable of reaching places no other aircraft can. It consists of two rotors capable of producing huge amounts of power and thrust a helicopter more than 200 miles per hour. It can transport many passengers at a time, up to 8 people, along with a stretcher. It can carry first aid and rations to help disabled people. It is also capable of land.
All right, the fourth finalist, TA6 from Anil Dalmia High School, Mumbai.
Global warming and polar vortex. Two completely different yet dangerous situations are hovering over mankind. Rising sea levels due to global warming can lead to submerging of island cities like Mumbai, Venice, and Jakarta. Polar vortex will lead to freezing of cities. 2 billion people will be affected worldwide. Presenting to you a unique transport solution, R-Pod, the amphibian rescue pod vehicle for the future. Vehicle designed for transport underwater, on water, land, and ice. This R-pod is designed as a manned and unmanned submersible with a capacity to carry 3 to 5 crew members and life essentials. Helium indium phosphide cells absorb more infrared light. Heat ray emitter included to melt the ice in frigid conditions. Hope you enjoyed the virtual ride to the future.
Now that we've seen the work of all our finalists, I would like to invite our jurors to give a few comments.
May I request Luca and Mafalda to please share your general comments on the work?
Yes, Mafalda, would you like to start? You are on mute.
Mafalda is on mute. Mafalda, you have to unmute.
Okay, here we are. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm very much thankful for this invitation to participate in this design competition for Indian students design. So I think the comments for this transportation, it's the transportation topic, right? First of all, I'm very surprised from very junior students to have such a quality presentation in their works. Some of them are more sketchy, which is not bad at all. When they actually sketch, they can produce nice sketches. But I'm very impressive with the way they communicate their ideas and their projects. I see a lot of quality. Even comparing with my architecture students from college, so these are very junior students, so it was very surprising to me, and I was very glad to see. In these 3 projects, personally, I liked better the helicopter one. I think it's more liable to the reality we live today, and it could be actually a more realistic project. So I think I gave a good classification on the helicopter project. I think I just have to talk about these 3 for now, right?
Yes, Luca, would you like to share your comments, please?
Yes. I was impressed, as Mafalda said, because for me, technically speaking, the transportation category, especially for concerning disasters, is probably one of the most difficult categories to deal with. And so it's overall a good attempt from all the students, especially as Mafalda said, they are young, very young. So I noticed a huge design idea in this, a nice attempt, especially for that. So we were probably very impressed by these students and by these groups for this category. And I mean, probably we saw some vehicles, some futuristic vehicles. So I was impressed by especially from the futuristic vehicles with all integrated technology and different usages. So very good.
Right. So shall we? Please go on. Varsha, sorry, go ahead.
I would like to ask our jurors to announce the winners.
Okay, it's me. I will announce.
Yeah, Luca, can you please announce the winner for the transportation group A?
Yes, the winner for the transportation group is TA6, the AirPod utility vehicle. And for my point of view, this was the winner.
All right. So
because I thought that it
yeah.
was
So let us.
sorry.
Yeah. So let us have a look at the TA6, the winner
Yes.
of the transition group A.
Global warming and polar vortex. Two completely different yet dangerous situations are hovering over mankind. Rising sea levels due to global warming can lead to submerging of island cities like Mumbai, Venice, and Jakarta. Polar vortex will lead to freezing of cities. 2 billion people will be affected. Solution are for the amphibian rescue pod vehicles for the future. Vehicle designed for transport underwater, on water, land, and ice. This amphibian pod is designed as a manned and unmanned submersible with a capacity to carry 3 to 5 crew members and life essentials. Helium indium phosphide cells absorb more infrared light, heat emitter included to melt the ice in frigid conditions. Hope you enjoyed the virtual ride to the future.
All right. So there you go. The first winner for the transportation group is TA6 from NL Dalmia High School, Mumbai. Can we show some appreciation by your congratulatory comments on the YouTube live chat, please, guys? Please congratulate TA6, Tanishka, Ishmeet, and Avni. All right. Great. So, Varsha, shall we go
So
to
now
the next team, please?
Yeah, so next category we have architecture, group B, class 11 and 12. The finalists are team AB3 from St. Joseph's Pre-University College, Bangalore. Can we see their work, please? Next, we have team AB5 from Delhi Public School East, Bangalore.
Umesh, I'm not sure if the volume can be heard.
Homes, offices, etc. This can be achieved by developing structures by using the principle of passive housing. Also, 3-pane windows to increase the insulation can be used. It also helps in noise reduction.
Walls can be built using sandstone, which can help in cooling down the structure. Also, 3 shades of sandstone can be used as solar shading device. We can use tongue and roof joints to make the construction quicker and easier.
Next, we have EP4 from Sri Kumaran's Children's Home Composite, Sri University College, Bangalore.
The recent cyclone Amphan in the northeastern states caused floods in the state of Assam. Thousands of people and animals lost their shelter. The Indian government spent $41 million to establish relief camps for the people who were affected. There was a shortage of camps for the rescuing of the wildlife animals. Our team has come up with a unique solution to create safe houses to shelter and give treatment to the injured people and the animals. The concrete stilt constructed above 5 feet stops the water from flooding inside the building. The pressure pads is a Japanese technology suited to absorb the tremors of earthquakes even greater than 8 RS.
Now, I would like to invite our jurors, Mr. Luca and Ms. Mafalda, to give us a few comments on the work of the finalists.
The architecture projects. I think as an architect, and I've studied 7 years in college, including my master's, it is very difficult to be innovative in architecture field. Or you're very utopic, or you're just get very influenced from whatever already exists. So I was not expecting nothing different than this from these projects. I think the students are quite aware of the problems that a big disaster can provoke in society and the community. I liked especially the last one, the shelter, and which brings a few innovative solutions that has been implemented in Singapore, high buildings, high-tech buildings, and Malaysia, Japan. But still, well, they are very junior students, and it's very interesting to understand the way they think. But still, it should have been separated animals from humans. Finding a shelter for all of it, it could be a little bit complicated, but that can be also very well worked out. I liked especially the last one. Yeah. Luca?
Okay, I was impressed by the quality of the works, especially technically speaking, because I was not expecting this kind of implementing ideas on technical issues, but I was expecting something more in the field of design, of invention, or futuristic solutions and something like this. So I was impressed by this kind of staying with the reality, and it's a very actual problem. It's a very actual issue about the relationship between architecture and the territory and the landscape and disasters. So this again is one of the probably the most difficult categories to participate. And I like the idea of something more real and something more related to the not only the disasters but also the real life. So not only related to disasters.
Thank you so much. I would like our jurors to announce the finalists now.
Yes, Mafalda, would you like to announce?
Actually, I'm so sorry, but I don't have the spreadsheet for
Okay, I will announce. So the winner for the architecture category is AB4, the safe house.
It is Kumar Children's Home. Is it the College Bangalore?
The recent cyclone Amphan in the northeastern states caused floods in the state of Assam. Thousands of people and animals lost their shelter. The Indian government spent $41 million to establish relief camps for the people who were affected. There was a shortage of camps for the rescuing of the wildlife animals. Our team has come up with a unique solution to create safe houses to shelter and give treatment to the injured people and the animals. The concrete slope constructed above 5 feet stops the water from flooding inside the building. The pressure pads is a Japanese technology suited to absorb the tremors of earthquakes even greater than 8 RS.
And graduate the students. We will be moving on to the next category.
All right, that's awesome. So, guys, please congratulate AB4, the team from Sri Kumaran's Children's Home Composite Free University College, Bangalore. Congratulations, guys. You are the winners for this category.
We will be moving on to the next category, that is fashion design. Group B, class 11 and 12. Our finalists are SB2, representing any city, they are eligible representing themselves. We see their work.
Hello everyone. Right now, the most predictable calamity that could befall this world is rising sea levels, flash floods, extreme temperatures, and fluctuating oxygen levels, all a direct impact of climate change. Well, we have come up with a perfect solution: a high-fashion runway outfit to save the world called Silver Fleece. The basic fabric is made of tencel which is crinkle-free, thermal-regulating, and water-resistant. The outer layer of the top is made up of plant-based biodegradable fabric, just like the one made by Lola that photosynthesizes and produces oxygen. There's a vacuum layer between this and tensile where the oxygen is stored and can be accessed via a face mask connected to a tube. The pant is made of fish scales made of nanofibers. They're super hydrophobic, elastic, and bacteria resistant. They can also detect falling oxygen levels and warn the person through a smartwatch. The scales are designed to protect the skin and reduce friction to allow easy swimming. The belt has a compact safety protection device called aerogel, which is lighter than air, and the shoes are water shoes made of mesh to keep feet dry and prevent injury. Thank you.
Next.
Hello everyone. Right now, the most predictable calamity that.
Next, we have Team FB3 from PSBBLLA Bangalore.
In the year 2050, the Earth's atmosphere has changed. Lightning storms kill thousands on a daily basis. The human population has been faced with a situation in which we have to come up with a solution to create a material that can counter the lightning storms. Graphene, an excellent conductor of electricity, forms a layer on the trench coat shielding the entire body and acts as another device, diverting current to the Earth's surface. The layer on the inside, a mesh of linen and fiberglass, provides both comfort and insulation at the same time. Our collection also features a pair of shoes and helps in conducting electricity, and also comes with an additional feature that is a battery pack which stores some of the current, which can be used later to charge various devices. The trench coat is lined with LED strips that contains a sensor that alerts the person by sending signals on his various devices, help us save life in this dystopian world and help us overcome this obstacle.
Now we have Team FB1 from Delhi Public School, Whitefield, Bangalore.
We are talking about a volcanic winter here. So there will be a lot of ash and smoke in the air. We need some apparel that will protect us from the winter as well as the smoky and toxic atmosphere. So here's what our team has come up with. Plastic and promoting a thick fabric that will be sandwiched between two woolen fabrics like this. This is a blueprint, and here's a prototype. So there'll be a suit inside which the person can get into easily, and there'll be an oxygen tank and an additional jacket inside along with a gas mask. Thanks a lot for watching Backpack.
Now, I would like to ask our jurors, Mr. Luca and Ms. Mafalda, to give us a few comments on the work of the finalists.
So my comments to these projects, I admire a lot their creativity, and I really appreciate the way they came out with these solutions. Was very attractive to see the girl dressing up the whole suit and with a mask. I think we are unfortunately or not, we are going towards that reality of, we are leaving the reality of today wearing masks, and maybe the future will be actually a big requirement to have a suit which we can actually protect from anything else. Also, living in a boat, I understood that these weather conditions and humidity and salt are actually it's important to take to be aware about the weather conditions. And I actually had to put myself a big suit to do night watching during the sailing trip, and I realized that equipment is very important. The way we actually protect our body, our skin from these weather conditions is also very important. So I do I give my congratulations to these students. They came up with really good solutions from my perspective. In my opinion, the last project wins because the way she actually dresses up very fast, and it's very demonstrative from actually the public, and the consumer wants to see how things work out, and she's very practical, is very functional the way she dresses up. So I think that wins for the practicability of the product, the final product. Yes.
In my opinion, that all the three presentations was very good, very bold images, bold colors, solutions. So very nice, all the three, and futuristic with integrated technology. So I liked all the three very much. And the winner for me is the one with the solution I want to see on the market. I will buy the tool if it is on the market. So, but really congratulations to all the three, because they gave us a very good job, a very good presentation.
Can we see the work of the winner again?
Yes, the winner is FB3, the protector trench coat.
In the year 2050, the Earth's atmosphere has changed. Lightning storms kill thousands on a daily basis. The human population has been faced with a situation in which we have to come up with a solution to create a material that can counter the lightning storm. Graphene, an excellent conductor of electricity, forms a layer on the trench coat, shielding the entire body and acts as an device, diverting the current to the Earth's surface. The layer on the inside, a mesh of linen and fiberglass, provides both comfort and insulation at the same time. Our collection also features a pair of shoes and helps in conducting electricity. Also comes with an additional feature that is a battery pack which stores some of the current which can be used later to charge various devices. The trench coat is lined with LED strips that contain a sensor that alerts a person by sending signals about incoming lightning storms. Our product will surely help us save lives in this dystopian world and help us overcome this obstacle.
Fantastic.
So
Congratulations, guys. FP3, Hamsa, Shriya, Ritika, and Varun from PSBB LLA Bangalore. Can we all congratulate the FB3 team, please, in the live chat?
moving on to Group A of the fashion design category, that is class 8 to 10. We have the finalists, Team FA7 from Singapore International School, Mumbai. Now we have Team FA4 from Delhi Public School East, Bangalore.
Hi. We don't realize how fashion industry is affecting our environment silently. Mainly the manufacturing of synthetic fibers leads to a lot of pollution. Following this trend, we will definitely face drastic environmental problems. Here, me and my partner, leveraging Indian tradition and modern science, have come up with a few environment-friendly solutions that can reduce the pollution tremendously. For example, nanocellulose fibers and nylon have similar properties, and since nanocellulose fibers are eco-friendly, why don't we replace nylon with it? Also, coconut husk is another eco-friendly fiber from which we can make shoes, accessories, and whatnot. Using similar researches and information, we have designed a modern outfit as reference for future design, which is simply based on eco-friendly fabrics. More information is given in the photos, so go and check it out. Thank you.
Next, we have Team FA1 from Gopalan National School, Bangalore. ask our jurors to give their comments on the work of these finalists.
Yes. So again, I'm surprised always. These students are surprising me. I think they are doing a good research about the new technologies of producing, especially in this textile industry. I think the population in general are facing this big problem, which is the pollution that the textile industry produces to the environment. And they bring up these nanocellulose new fibers with the coconuts. I know there's a few banana leaf has been used for this new industry of new textile industry. The bamboo as well has been used in textile. We see a lot in the markets the organic cotton and organic materials for to avoid a lot of skin issues. I like the three of them. They are very realistic in my point of view. I'm just checking this one now. Actually, I do not have a best one out of these three. I like the three of them. I think my classification was very much similar in all of them, the three of them. I like the three of them, so go ahead, students. I think they can find very good solutions. Luca.
Yes, I was impressed as well, because we are talking about students of Group A. So students of very, very young students. So this great awareness of materials, or great awareness of sustainability. And this is, I guess this is a great point, because they are very, very young. And in some cases they made some professional presentation with catchy sketches, and I was really impressed.
Please announce the winner for this category.
Yes, so the winner is FA7.
This is Singapore International School, Mumbai.
Okay, so FA7, Tanisha, Anjali, Shreya, Roshini, Tanya from Singapore International School, Mumbai. Congratulations. Guys, can you please congratulate them on the live chat, please?
Now we have our next category, that is graphic and UI UX design. We have Group B, Class 11 and 12. The finalists are Team GB9 from Christ Junior College, Bangalore.
The ocean crisis is huge. Biological magnification and misuse of the ocean has already proven to be fatal for humans and the ocean. Mutation of aquatic animals into more species are anymore.
Now, we add sugar and add it to vegetables. This causes a microbial enzyme formation. Microbial enzymes are no down oil into similar elements. Now, we take coconut fibers, make a filter out of it, and coat it with microbial enzymes. Then we pass dirty, polluted water through these filters so oil gets absorbed. Then water passes through plants so toxic substances get absorbed. Thus, clean water reaches a clean ocean.
Next, we have Team UB2 representing themselves. Next, we have Team GB12 from National Public School, Koramangala, Bangalore.
With everything going online from groceries to electronics, people no longer want to step out of their homes. Ramukaka, a local shopkeeper, sells fruits and vegetables along with small hanging crafts. He is facing huge loss due to.
In a country like ours, where these markets provide most people with a livelihood, poor businesses local markets due to a booming e-commerce could lead to a major economic disaster. This is affecting profits, ultimately leading to unemployment. Before this leads to stagnation of the economy even further, we must come up with a viable solution to integrate the traditional markets with contemporary ones. The objective of saving the local markets and their authenticity, we have come up with the company that we created, Yours Locally. This company is an online e-commerce company which aims at direct collaboration with the local markets. We introduced this company to Ramu Kaka. Using Yours Locally, he could put up a stock of items and decide fair prices, and we would then.
Next, we have Team GB8 from Lalaji Memorial Omega International School, Chennai.
I think there is no audio for this.
Now we have Team GB4 from Dr. C.L. Mehta Shishya OMR, Chennai.
Cyber insecurity is the worldwide disaster we think will happen next. It is when people can hack into your accounts and have access to all your information and misuse them. These are the references we had used for our images. And these are the rough sketches from which we have started our project. You can see our process of coloring and editing our sketches. These are the different solutions for fixing our problem. The main one is changing our passwords frequently and setting different passwords like
like app locks, fingerprints, and all. And we should also download cybersecurity softwares to prevent and protect our data. Thank you.
I would like to ask our jurors to give their comments on the work of these finalists.
So I'm a little bit lost in these five, to be honest. Have to go back, check. I'm having a doubt right now, which I just noticed. So the UB2, which is called ABLE, so they don't come through a school, they represent themselves, and I believe they have implemented the project already. It's like they have created their own company. If that is the case, I think it's
No, Mafalda, if I can butt in here.
yes.
Yeah, so certain students could form teams from their own schools, but some of the students had not joined school yet because of the delay. So they had to team up with their friends to join this. All right, so that's how they're representing themselves, not a company. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. But anyways, the UB2, it seems very viable kind of project, has been working with this pandemic situation, at least from the place where I come from, the surrounds of Lisbon, the capital of Portugal. We've had these programs like old people could call. So it's not only through internet, because most of the old people over 65, 70 years old, they are not so much familiar to applications and cell phones. So they could actually call. And we had like a program of volunteers that could reach old people houses and disabled people to bring remedies and food, go to the supermarkets, because mostly of over 65 years old people, they were advised to not leave their houses. So we actually had this program, so it's very functional, it works. Out of the other ones, I think the communication of the problem is actually, it's real. They bring up real problems. The solutions, I believe, it has to be very well worked. Yes.
Yes, I was impressed by the variety of presentations, the variety of graphics, graphic solutions, that they were clear, they were well presented, and I saw very different presentations, and it's very nice, because sometimes I mean, you feel that it's like a stream and a lot of people join the stream, but in this case I was impressed by the fact that they were really unique and with nice ideas. And probably the winner is the one that is more real and more connected to people, and with a good design process and a good implementation.
Please announce the winner.
Yes, the winner for this category is UB2.
All right, so congrats UB2 representing themselves, Bhavya, Sanjana, and Anusha. Great work. Um, Guys, please congratulate them on the live chat. And shall we go to the next category, Varsha?
So graphic design and UI UX design group A, class 8 to 10. We have the finalists team GA2 representing Delhi Public School East, Bangalore.
The countdown for the next crisis has started. So are we going to battle or stand down because of our weaknesses? This is one of the banners for the public-private company movement. If trade is put on hold, the economy suffers. Awareness needs to be spread. At the global level, it is done by the UN. But the guidelines and resolutions provided are very vague and not easy to access. Collecting funds for the recovery is a difficult task that cannot be done by the government alone. Importing must be substituted with industrialization for increase in employment. Public and private sectors need to work together for smooth growth of economy. And ports need to be specified for easy coordination. The resolutions need to be made accessible and clear. At the national level, slogans, vibrant posters, street art, and education can achieve this.
Next, we have team UA2 from Delhi Public School East, Bangalore.
About 1/3 of all our food produced is equal to $1 trillion just because we don't know our limits to consume. We go on creating a natural abuse. Population in 2050 is 9.6 billion. They would use the energy of 3 planets for consumption, and if we don't come up with a serious solution, we will leave nothing for our future generation. The only way to get this true is to reducing our consumption, leave them a few. If we don't take a stand, we'll create a mess. We'll keep on consuming and leave them with more. Science and tech are at its best, but it's up to us to do the rest, to put a stop to this destruction, solve a problem.
Now we have team GA7 from Chrysalis High, Bangalore.
The rise of water level due to melting of ice caps is very alarming. Imagine yourself swimming to the stop next time to get something. Not the best scenario. Myself and my group believe educating the people through VR and 4D experiences can help spread awareness. We think that just a few courses might not be impactful, so we divided to create and design a space for the same. A room where once you enter creates an atmosphere. There will be posters, slogans, and illustrations on the wall, even bookmarks. The room will have the sound of water and rushing wind, with a lighting that creates an atmosphere. Our motto is unity is strength, so we can impact a group of people who can help us take a step towards working for the nature.
Next, we have team GA3 from Delhi Public School East, Bangalore.
Cyberease. In future, data security is going to be a worldwide issue. More and more devices have started using the internet nowadays. If the data of the people isn't protected, it could cause a worldwide panic. To prevent this from happening, many companies hire ethical hackers. These people try and hack a product before it is launched to find any potential breaches in security. Big companies generally hire these hackers for a full-time job. On the other hand, small companies don't have enough funds to hire them for full-time jobs, so they often hold hacking competitions. These are called bug bounties. The hacker who finds the breach is rewarded. Now, the small companies don't have lots of money, so the price for finding a flaw in the system is also less. So the good hackers often don't get appalled to this. Many times, major flaws are not found. Cyberease hires these ethical hackers in full-time jobs. We offer services at lower rates, which not only ensures the number of safety checks for the product, it also ensures job safety of ethical.
I would like to ask our jurors to give a few comments on the work of these finalists.
Yes, so congratulations to the four of them. Again, I'm surprised the way they communicate a problem, the way they present the video. It's very creative. The four of them, the four problems, finding solutions for these four problems. It's very innovative. I like the first one in terms of the presentation, the way they presented with good sketches. But facing the four problems, maybe the one I identify myself the most and I'm more sensitive about it is the second project, the UA2. They actually show the reality as it is. It's a big problem, which I believe not even half of the world's population is aware, is the way we are consuming is fully unsustainable for us, for the environment, for the planet, for the economical system we are developed through. So the solution, it's very difficult to find a solution for all these big problem which the whole world is crossing. It's overconsumption, and I receive a gift today which I'm not going to use it. I give it to someone is give it to someone. No one is going to use this product, so by the end it ends maybe in the sea, unfortunately. So in terms of exposing problems, I like the four of them. They are great for very junior students, for very young students. I would choose the second one, especially because also they it's not only the image that counts, but they kind of brought a rhythm in speaking, kind of hip hop rhythm on speaking about the problem. It has a rhythm. It's like has a little jam on it, and especially for this reason, I really appreciate it. I select the second one, the UA2. Luca.
Yes, I was impressed as well, as you said, by the level of these presentations, because again, we are speaking about students of 8th to 10th grade. So, and all the presentations were innovative, were creative, were modern, and with great awareness of the problem and the issues. So I think, again, this is one of the best categories probably for me. And so great job to everyone. And probably the winner is the one with the most innovative and creative solution, and with the approach of a solution that will be usable also in the future, and not only for disasters, but also a solution that could be implemented for everyday life. That's why we decided to give the first place. The winner is GA7.
The rise of water levels due to melting of ice caps is very alarming. Imagine yourself swimming to the shop next time to get something. Not the best scenario. Myself and my group believe educating the people through VR and 4D experiences can help spread awareness. We think that just a few courses might not be impactful, so we decided to create and design a space for the same. A room where once you enter creates an atmosphere. There will be posters, slogans, and illustrations on the wall. Even with bookmarks, the room will have the sound of water and rushing wind. With a lighting that creates an atmosphere. Our motto is unity is strength. So we can impact a group of people who can help us take a step towards working for the nature.
All right, so GA7, Mohit, Arav, Avneet, Advai, Adit from Chrysalis High, Bangalore. Congratulations, very innovative work using VR and 4D experience. Guys, please congratulate the GA7 in YouTube live chat, please.
Finally, our last category, Group B, class 11 and 12. The finalists are Team PB3 from BGS National Public School, Bangalore.
The theme for our design was preparing for the next worldwide disaster. After a lot of thinking and brainstorming, we came across the idea that the necessary requirements for any human being are clothing, shelter, communication, and food. Shelter is something that we need to protect ourselves.
Our product, ASM, provides you the opportunity to change the mode of shelter depending on your requirement. It's protective, portable, and wearable. We looked towards nature for inspiration when we came across a cocoon, a protective layer insects spin around themselves. As it's made for the comfort and well-being of insects, it presents itself as the best inspiration for a product made for your protection, that's shelter.
Our product is portable and it is a shelter that is also wearable. The rod can act as a storage, holding up all the things, especially the cap, which is also used in the shelter. It is also incorporated to give the shape of the cocoon style shelter. The different fabric and materials of the shelter are also wearable and can protect us from the weather.
Next, we have Team PB11 from Kendriya Vidyalaya NAL, Bangalore.
Problem statement. To design a product for kids who are forgetful and have to be reminded to wash their hands and maintain hygiene. For whom? For kids aged from 5 to 8 years who need to stay clean. Discovery. When you wash your hands with soap and water, you destroy the lipid layer of germs and prevents the spread of many diseases. Solution. A lightweight silicone wristwatch and dispenser that are connected through Bluetooth and speak a song and a rhyme to remind children when they have to wash their hands and that they must wash their hands for the recommended 20 seconds. When the wristwatch is in the range of the dispenser through Bluetooth, it causes the wristwatch to remind the child to wash their hands while feeling a melody.
Next, we have Team PB12 from Singapore International School, Mumbai.
Umesh, the sound isn't coming.
So apparently there was only music, no narration in this video.
Next, we have Team PB13 from Kulapati Munshi Bhavans Vidya Mandir, Potore, Tirsur.
Champion.
Finally, we have Team PB8 representing themselves. I would now like to ask our jurors to give their comments.
Okay. The four, they are four or five. They are five. The five problems, they are very real. It happens everyday's lives. The most innovative to me, which one or two of them I didn't find so much innovative because they came out with a product that actually already exists. But the problem is real and we have to actually rethink about new solutions. So they went through that process of finding solutions and that is already amazing. But the most innovative to me is the first one, PB3, which actually it surprised me the way they thought. Well, they based the concept with a leaf or a cocoon now as a shelter. So basically, the idea of a shelter is exactly that, like the cocoon, the nest, the cage, right? And I really found the solution very innovative because they came out with a capsule or something inside a cocoon that comes from inside a capsule that can be many different things. And that for me was the most innovative one. Because the cocoon can be a raft, a life raft, can be a tent, can be a jacket or something to cover us. So these multifaceted options for me was very innovative, and I would like to see something like that actually working out. So congratulations.
Yes, my opinion is that for me the most difficult task is delivering an object, is delivering a product. So for me this is one of the most difficult tasks, and they worked for me very well, and they were very connected to problems, especially environmental and human problems. So very good job to everyone. And probably, yes, we, as Mafalda said, we appreciated more usable and portable object, usable and portable item that that integrates different solution in one unique tool. But again, very good job to everyone. And the winner is PB3.
The theme for our design was preparing for the next worldwide disaster. After a lot of thinking and brainstorming, we came across the idea that the necessary requirements for any human being are clothing, shelter, communication, and food. Shelter is something that we need to protect ourselves.
Our product, ASN, provides you the opportunity to change the mode of shelter depending on your requirement. It's protective, portable, and wearable. We looked towards nature for inspiration, then we came across a cocoon, a protective layer insects spin around themselves. As it's made for the comfort and well-being of insects, it presents itself as the best inspiration for a product made for your protection, that's shelter.
Our product is portable and it is a shelter that is also wearable. The rod can act as a storage, holding up all the things, especially the cap, which is also used in the shelter. It is also incorporated to give the shape of the cocoon style shelter. The different fabric and materials of the shelter are also wearable and can protect us from the weather.
Okay, so PB3, Shreya Niharika Arushi from BGS National Public School, Bangalore. Congratulations. Can we all congratulate PB3, the team that have done fantastic work? Thank you.
Finally, Product Design Group A, Class 8 to 10. Our finalists are PA5 from Delhi Public School East, Bangalore.
We take COVID as a case study. We see that it had already started to spread back in December. However, no one took action until a major population of the world had been affected. We had lost more than 40,000 lives before the end of March. Awareness prior to the pandemic was key to preventing the spread, but was missing.
The solution is simple, an app that works based on user data. Using our app, problems can be reported using minimal data. Using this data, an AI model predicts whether the problem is large scale or small scale. If the problem is large scale, it is reported immediately to concerned authorities. Also keeps you updated on the problems that people nearby are facing. Last but not the least,
Next, we have PA1 from Air Force School, Hebbal, Bangalore.
India is known for its diverse culture. We have been practicing sustainable ways of living since centuries. But we have not been able to pass on the varied culture to the younger generation. The younger generation is getting influenced by the Western culture. Their lifestyle is changing drastically. Let's bring our diverse culture back. Here we present you the solution to the challenges we are facing. We will bring you the Heritage app, which we have designed to connect to our roots. It is one-stop solution for all the information about our vibrant country and its rich traditions. It will not only help in enriching the knowledge, but will.
Now we have PA4 from Air Force School, Hebbal, Bangalore.
Problem statement, floods. A flood is an overflow of water that submerges land that is usually dry. Research. We have researched that many people lose their life due to starvation, lack of treatment, and mental stress. Many also lose their lives because of medical problems and no access to hospitals. Solutions. We bring to you a kit that will give you what you need. This has the following: glowing shoes and stripes, portable tent, sanitary medical kit, a purifying water bottle, and a convertible boat. Our solutions: glowing boots and stripes. These boots and stripes will glow in the dark so people can easily see in the dark. Portable tent. This tent can be set up anywhere and can be folded into a backpack. Sanitary medical kit. This kit consists of all basic sanitary supplies as well as some basic first aid. Purifying water bottle. This water bottle makes dirty flood water into clean drinking water. Convertible boat. This is a convertible boat which can turn into a backpack and can be used in emergencies to travel.
Now we have PA11 from Gopalan National School, Bangalore. Now we have AA1 from NL Delima High School, Mumbai.
The name of our product is amniocentesis.
Problem statement. During an earthquake, most families or kids have too many chances to get panic, and because of this, there are too much hustle in every area. And so, in this crowding, children are likely to get adrift from their families.
The US Department of Justice, while implementing zero tolerance and the UNICEF both to protect and assist children during natural calamities. We wanted to add technology in our product, so we have used BLE device, which helps to track a person with the help of Google Beacon.
Amniocentesis will help a lost child to communicate with their parents. We have kept the name amniocentesis because it means the umbilical cord which connects a mother and the child. This is a pendant-shaped product for both parents and children. This is easily available to the masses and it needs low-cost production. As it is an economically pleasing product, it can be easily bought by both privileged and underprivileged people.
Now I would like to ask our jurors to give their comments.
Okay, so congratulations for the 5 of them. Again, it's surprising to see so young kids coming up with these innovative ideas. For me, from my personal view, PA11 was the most innovative, and actually it's a big problem that we face. It's the firefighters. Many times they end dying in a big fire that happens many times often. So actually thinking of helicopter drone that can actually help out the firefighter who from himself he's already helping someone else. I think it's a great solution for a real problem that unfortunately exists every year. PA1, I found it very interesting to this application that can communicate more about the Indian culture for foreigners or for travelers in India. I think this would be very useful and very practical too. Although I do believe this is a little critical point of view from my side, although I still see that the students are still attached to the gadgets, to the iPhones. So in these worldwide disasters, we have to think that we won't have power to charge our phones. So we have to find another solution for this power trouble in these worldwide big disasters. That's at any moment it can happen. Yes, so I like all of them, but the most innovative for me is PA11. Yes, Luca.
Yes, I agree with you, and my point of view is that what I liked from this category, I noticed a lot of variety in the solutions. because we have apps, we have tools, we have technology, we have drones. So I like a lot the variety of the outcome from these young kids, and this was very nice. And as Mafalda said, we have to think about the fact that during disasters we don't have the full access to technology, from personal technology, and we will have issues about communicating, and probably helping the others to help is one of the best solution during disasters. So that's why probably, yes, I like the drone, and probably is the idea, the best idea for this category, and is very useful, and not only for disasters but also for everyday life. That's why we decided that the winner is PA11.
Right, so the final category winner is PA11 from Gopalan National School. Congratulations, guys. Great work. And we have two more prizes to be announced. One is the best winning team, and the second is the rolling trophy that goes to the school. Okay, so Varsha, would you like to take over?
I would like our jurors to announce these prizes.
Right. So for the best winning team, the nominations are PB3 and UB2. So let us see their works. So that is the UB2, one of the nominees, and the other is PB3.
The theme for our design was preparing for the next worldwide disaster. After a lot of thinking and brainstorming, we came across the idea that the necessary requirements for any human being are clothing, shelter, communication, and food. Shelter is something that we need to protect ourselves.
Our product, ASM, provides you the opportunity to change the mode of shelter depending on your requirement. It's protective, portable, and wearable. We looked towards nature for inspiration, then we came across a cocoon, a protective layer insects spin around themselves. As it's made for the comfort and well-being of insects, it presents itself as the best inspiration for a product made for your protection, that's shelter.
Our product is portable and it is a shelter that is also wearable. The rod can act as a storage holding up all the things, especially the cap, which is also used in the shelter. It is also incorporated to give the shape of the cocoon style shelter. The different fabric and materials of the shelter are also wearable and can protect us from the weather.
Okay, so Luca and Mafalda, would you like to give your comments and announce the best winning team, please?
Okay, so we have already commented these two projects, and for both of us, they were the two top ones. That's why they are now the selected ones to be the final winner. I think from my point of view, what I recognized the most in these two projects is that actually they are not depending on software technology, which again, as I said before, in a big disaster, in a natural disaster, whatever it is, a tsunami, whatever it is, a fire, whatever it is, a earthquake, humanity or the community, the young community, I think they are not still very aware that electricity won't exist, or we cannot just shuffle in our gadgets. So from my perspective, these two selected projects were mostly because they are not depending in software technology. So in a case of a disaster, I think this is important to consider. In the both of them, they bring very innovative idea. One has been implemented, as also I've said before, but it's real. It's a real problem, and it's a real solution, and it really works out. Is functional. The way they communicated the project, Able project, was really good. I would buy it. I would buy it for sure, just for the graphics and the communication, the communicative design. The other one, I would really love to have such a product in the market. I would buy it as well. So Luca, I'll give you the last word.
Yes, I agree with you. And we chose these two because they probably have the best design process in finding the solution. They really was at a professional level in the sense of the presentation of the solution, of cleaning the problems, and like a clean design process, and find a solution that is unique. And the first one, the shelter, is, as Mafalda said, I want to see it in the market, and I will buy it for sure, because it's unique, and it's recognizable as a good design. So this for sure will be to be implemented. I want to see it implemented in the future. And the second one we chose because of the sense of being close to people. And as Mafalda said, when something bad occurs, we have few things to see, and one is that when a disaster occurs, people become fragile, and the disaster will cancel all the differences. There are no rich people, no poor people, no religion, no politics, no social status, no money in front of a disaster. So we all, as humans, we need basic things, and overall we need to feel someone taking care of us, because we really go to basic needs. And we decided that the winner is UB2 because of this sense of being close to people. It's people-to-people process. They decided for people-to-people process. And for me, the best idea that a designer needs to have to give back his knowledge to human being and improve the world he is living in. And very effective, scalable, real, 100% sustainable. And again, it creates a human net, a sense of social identity, hope for a better future, that this is what we need in front of a worldwide disaster, but also in the everyday life. That's why we decided for this. And it last idea is a solution that could be implemented tomorrow with no issues about how to product this, how to market this, which is the price and which is the outcome from the market. So this is direct, this is real, and this is, so that's why this is the best winner of the competition.
All right, so there goes the best winning team, UB2, Bhavya, Sanjana, and Anusha. Right, congratulations. And you have won the Wacom One Pen tablet by Wacom. All right, so DQ Labs team will be reaching out to you for delivering these prizes for you. Okay, so the last announcement is the rolling trophy. Now I would request Dion to take over. Thank you so much.
You are muted.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I was on mute. But it's been a roller coaster ride over the last few weeks, and all the teams have put in tremendous effort. All right. It's been effort from the teams, it's been effort from the participants and their families who've really helped them. It's been effort from the mentors, the faculty, and the support structure from the entire schools that they've been receiving. Now, the school which has had the maximum representation and thus the maximum number of students in the finalists, all right, they have naturally got the maximum number of points, and that is Delhi Public School East, Bangalore. All right, so that is, they are the overall winners. Unfortunately, none of their teams made it to the final, not because of uh, this of what they did, but I think the efforts put in was fantastic. It was just those marginal differences that made all the difference. But we have the vice principal of Delhi Public School East, who's here to accept this rolling trophy on behalf of the school. Good evening, Miss Ambika, madam. How are you doing?
Good evening. Fine, thank you.
Right,
It was
and we're
wonderful seeing this presentation, the entire thing.
thank you, and your students have done a phenomenal job um, with what there is with all the constraints that they've had, and a beautiful outcome by all your teams.
You know, in fact, when the COVID-19, the pandemic began, one really wondered how the year would go forward, how we would be able to give our children the opportunities that they would get in normal school time. Taking online classes itself was a challenge. We've all overcome that. And when we normally used to talk about disasters, I don't think any of us ever thought that we would reach a stage where we would be taking online classes and even conducting competitions online. Hats off to you at DQ Labs and Deens Academy for conducting this beautifully. Thank you very much, Shanthi ma'am, and the team at DQ Labs for doing this wonderful job. It was really nice to see the judges coming from taking it on from abroad with the time differences that they face, and also the wonderful comments. In fact, one of them was at sea, I think, and it is absolutely admirable the commitment that they have. Thank you very much, and I accept the rolling trophy graciously.
Right, and that
Congratulations to you.
sorry,
Thank you so much.
yeah, and that comes along with a cash prize of 25,000 rupees um, for your school and in appreciation of the work that your students have done.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Right. All right. So that brings us probably to the end of this session. Um, Umesh, would you want to take it forward from here?
Can we have Kushal doing the vote of thanks?
Varsha would do the vote of thanks.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure. Varsha, yeah.
So, firstly, I'd like to highlight how this one of a kind, pan Indian, and completely online hackathon couldn't have been possible without the support and continued aid from various organizations. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the esteemed principal of Deens Academy, Ms. Shanthi Menon, our design faculty and coordinator, Ms. Shilpi, and Manisha ma'am, who was the student coordinator for this hackathon. Utmost gratitude to the organizers from DQ Labs who were pivotal in structuring and conducting this event. We have with us the design mentors and the design faculty from the most reputable architecture and fashion design schools, that is Pearl Academy and ITM Mumbai. We would also like to express our sincere gratitude to the event sponsors, Wacom and Staedtler. We have our knowledge institution partners, Pearl Academy Delhi, Mumbai, Jaipur, Bangalore, UPES Dehradun, ITM Mumbai, Geetam School of Architecture, Hyderabad, and Vadiyar School of Design, Mysore. Our immense appreciation towards our student mentors who through their craft and expertise have guided and inspired not just the participants, but us all through this brief adventure. And of course, we would like to extend our gratitude to the enthusiastic student volunteers from Deens Academy who have worked tirelessly to facilitate the smooth functioning of this hackathon. Each and every person associated with this event truly deserves a heartfelt appreciation. And with this, it is a bittersweet moment that we have reached. We have collaborated, intrigued, and innovated. And I truly hope all of you had a wonderful experience during this hackathon. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Varsha. And we would like to thank Shanthi Menon ma'am for giving this opportunity. And we would want to do a similar activity next year, sometime in August. And this time we would like to start quite early on.
Early,
right?
yes. I have just sent you a mail regarding it. While I was watching the whole thing, I was, that's why I put myself on mute, because I was also typing to you. So I'll catch up with you soon. Thank you so much, Mr. Umesh and Mr. Dion. It has been wonderful. And I think it has been a huge step up from what we did last year.
Right.
We probably will have to keep the online mode so that we get as much participation, and we can reach children from not just across the country the next time on, but I'm hoping we can get in children from other countries too. Because word should spread, especially with our two jury members here. I thank you a lot, Luca and Mafalda, for taking the effort and partnering DQ Labs, and of course the school, therefore, for judging the whole process, the final process that is. I hope that you will take the word back, as you always have done, help DQ Labs to reach out to more people. We look forward to international students also being part of this from the next year on.
Absolutely. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, and I would like to thank Luca and Mafalda. Thank you so much for your presence here on a Sunday. Okay, it's a Sunday morning, beautiful Sunday morning and afternoon for you guys. All right, so taking out time with your family and coming and giving us these wonderful insights and judging. Thank you so much. And
It's been a pleasure for me.
Thank you. And I would also like to congratulate Ambika Vijayan ma'am for winning the rolling trophy. And
Thank you so much.
we really wish that you will keep this trophy next year as well, with great participation.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Dion.
All right.
Over to you.
All right, so this brings us to the end of Design Hackathon 2020. And we are looking forward to all the teams participating again, and get your friends to participate and make the next one even bigger and even better. All right. Thank you so much. We'll be ending this today. Yeah.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you all.